So today we're going to be going over some of the procedures for casting. You can cast with our matrix material. Here we have a rubber mold and a mother mold underneath. We have some pieces that we've cast previously. I'm going to show some of the mistakes that can be made during casting. We're doing a very small piece here. The piece it's pretty much what we call her the matrix lady, but a lady's face. And what we've casted here is representative of a face. We have a pretty good cast here, not a lot of bug holes. Shows a good feature. But one of the things you want to do is make sure that you have your mortar ready to go, your rubber molds ready to go. If you're doing a larger mold with a lot of intricate panels, you may want to use a release agent, mold release agent. Some people will use just like a dishwashing liquid. Sometimes you want to water it down a little bit, but you can use that as a release agent. There's other release agents out there from Polytech and Smooth On. You may want to use one of those, but you don't want to use one that's going to be oil based so that it absorbs into the masonry that you're casting. So we have our piece, our mold made, and the casting is ready to begin. So what I did is I mixed up some matrix mortar. The mortar itself it's not mixed up to as you would patch it. It's dry and sandy, so it's less water than you would normally use. It's enough water to start the hydration process, but not so much water that we're not going to get a good finish when we do our cast. So we're going to start by taking some of that mortar and placing it into our mold. So typically I like to apply like an inch or two. Depending on the mold itself, and then we're going to start a tamping process. I'm just going to use the butt end of this margin trowel, but we could use other. You want to make sure that your mold is seated well. Looks like I'm in there, but we want to make sure that we're tamping this down. So that we're getting all the bug holes and we see the detail that is in the rubber mold. And then as we tamp it down, we can continue to add another inch or two of material. Typically you want to do an inch or two at a time, depending on the mold that you're doing. You may want to you could definitely do more, but the more ornamental, you really want to make sure that you get that tamping in there. So not using a lot of pressure. Adding that last little bit, making sure it's squeeze a little bit too much. Just kind of leaving it open. What we're going to do is as the mortar starts to harden, we can add some water to the back side of this mold to make sure that we keep that hydration process going. So just screeding it down, have it nice and level. We can start our next one. You can see, when everything goes well in the mold, you have a nice finish. This is not one of the ones that went well. This is actually one where you can see too much water was added. I think I have another one here where too much water was added. You can see those. You see a lot of kind of bug holing where you kind of have that wet pour look. So that's why you don't want to add as much water as you typically would when you're patching with the matrix. Also, going too dry could be an issue. If you look at too dry and you don't do the tamping down procedure, you can see this, the bug holes look a little bit different, but this is when you don't tamp down the material very well. So that tamping process really gives you great compaction and gives you a nice clean finish, as you see in this face here. So that's what we're shooting for, and that's what we hope to get. If you have any questions, give us a call at Conproco or visit our website, www.conproco.com. Thanks a lot.